Hi everyone, in this video I'm excited to test out, apply, and swatch some new products for you from Physicians Formula 2023 collection that they're releasing and is now available on their website. You currently can only purchase it through Physicians Formula's website, but later on, usually it takes a few weeks, you may and probably will start to see it at other outlets that sell Physicians Formula, like drugstores, maybe Walmart, etc. And that product is called the Butter Glow Pressed Powder. There are two shades that have been released in the collection. I have both of them to test out and swatch for you. But what caught my eye, of course, with this marbling is whether or not these are dupes for MAC's Mineralized Skin Finishes, which of course are very popular, and these are much more affordable, the ones from Physicians Formula. So if they are dupes, then it may be a much more affordable option for you on the market. So we're gonna compare them and see, A, just independently if I like these, if they're good quality, but B, if they can compete with the more expensive version from MAC. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel and checking out the videos. You can also follow the Instagram page, which I'll link in the corner for you to go check out and follow if you're not already doing so. And then of course, if you missed the last video, please go check it out. It's a sneak peek of some upcoming makeup products for 2023 and kind of a review of my recent favorite products. So I'm gonna assume these will be limited edition. The price is $15.49. I don't know why I should just not make it $15.50, but that is the price for these. The amount you get is 7.5 grams or 0.26 ounces. In terms of the description, Physicians Formula says, natural looking, all over, lit from within glow, while setting your makeup with a help of universally flattering, long-wearing, multi-use, radiance-boosting pressed powder. You get subtle radiance to instantly diffuse and soften the complexion with a multi-dimensional glow that recreates the most flattering light. They have murmur butter in them, a bunch of different butters actually, fatty acids and provitamins to illuminate and give you a soft focus finish. Now, a huge thing that is important to me that I've griped about in the past with Physicians Formula makeup in particular, but even skincare, is that they pack it with fragrance. And it's not just a slight fragrance. Physicians Formula products typically are overwhelmingly scented. And I was so happy and glad to see that they have not added additional fragrance to these, at least from what I can see in the ingredients list. And I can attest to having opened these and taken a sniff. There is some sort of scent, but I don't think it's fragrance that's been added. It smells like just what the natural product is and with the butters that they've added. So I am so glad to report that these don't seem to be packed with synthetic gross fragrance like many other products from the brand. Okay, I think that's all for the introduction. Let's go more in deep dive into the products and get to swatching and applying them. These are the boxes that each product comes in, very typical of the Physicians Formula packaging. So we have Translucent Glow, which is this one, and then Natural Glow, which is the deeper one. And I think Soft and Gentle maybe is more, I don't know. Soft and Gentle might be more akin to this one, which I thought I had, but I couldn't find. What I do have is a Lightscapade, so we'll see if that's a match. Visually speaking, the closest thing to Natural Glow from Physicians Formula is definitely, I think, Perfect Topping, which was limited edition, and I don't believe you can purchase anymore, but I more so want to see if the formulation is comparable or a dupe. The color I think is a little less important since those will change over time through MAC. But let's go ahead and open these up and take a look at them. Oh, I also wanted to mention that Wet n Wild a while ago released these. These are the 2 Reflect Shimmer palettes. And I also thought that these were kind of trying to dupe the skin finishes from MAC. They do not sell these anymore. You can find them through individual retailers, but they're not officially launched or being released and made by Wet n Wild themselves. But I just thought that was interesting. Maybe you want to look in your stash and see if you have these. Oh, and also just to mention, MAC has since changed the packaging on their Mineralized skin finishes. I like this packaging a lot more. I wish they hadn't changed it. The product inside is not any different. That's not reformulated, but if you purchase these nowadays, the packaging or the compact looks a little different. So anyway, from MAC, here's Lightscapade and then Natural Glow side by side. Again, not really a color match, or I guess this is Translucent Glow. So there's Translucent Glow up close. You can see that really pretty marbling. And then this is Natural Glow, and then side by side with Perfect Topping. I've already put my finger through Perfect Topping, so that's why the colors have sort of blended together. But when it was new, it looked a lot more like the Physicians Formula one. So anyway, it's a plastic compact, a clear lid that snaps open and closed. So since Translucent Glow and Lightscapade may not be color matches, I just want to do swatches of them for you and kind of feel, oh yeah, it's a very soft, smooth powder. So that's a good sign in terms of, and so is the MAC one. I feel like the MAC one maybe is a little more finely milled to the touch. And actually these look pretty close, at least with finger swatches. So this is the Physicians Formula one, and this is the MAC Lightscapade one. And if you look closely, you can see that the Physicians Formula one is more pale gold yellow undertoned, and then the one from MAC Lightscapade is more blue toned. This is the Physicians Formula one, and this one on this side is MAC's. So there, hopefully you can see even more the difference, kind of pinky blue toned and then yellow pale gold toned. And it does seem like the one from MAC maybe is a little smoother on the skin too. You got a few more like bumps, and well, actually, I don't know. The one from Physicians Formula, and this again is if you look up really close, the one from Physicians Formula is very smooth, but it maybe doesn't have the same level of impact as the one from MAC. And then let's go ahead and do the same with the other two shades. Again, very soft and smooth to the touch. Actually might feel a little smoother than the one from Physicians Formula. I mean from MAC. The Physicians Formula one I think feels just as smooth, if not slightly smoother for these shades. Okay, and for these, the color match is actually fairly distinct. This is the one from Physicians Formula. This is the one from MAC. And you can see that the one from Physicians Formula is deeper. It's more of a kind of deeper rose gold toned, maybe slightly even brown. And the one from MAC is much more frosty pink finish on it. Let's go ahead and do long swatches. Both of these are very smooth, and with these swatches you can even see even more of a distinct difference there, much deeper in tone. So this Physicians Formula shade might even be shimmering metallic blush for you or bronzer for you, depending on your skin tone, or of course if you have deeper skin tone, might still be a very beautiful highlight. But both of them are very finely milled, and probably just in terms of formulation, super similar. You don't think you would be able to tell any difference functionally or to the human eye once it's on the cheeks. So I'll go ahead and apply Natural Glow onto my cheeks for you, or just one cheek, so you can see. Applied with a brush. I'm surprised it's not more impactful. Color is more subtle than I thought it would be. I mean, depending on what your preference is, this might be perfect. Let's get in up close here. So it definitely builds up nicely. Nice finely milled shimmer particles on there too. And then I really want to apply these cheek to cheek to see if there's any noticeable difference in how the formula applies. So on this side, I'm going to apply Translucent Glow from Physicians Formula. Yeah, I like that you can get a pretty subtle glow there, if that's more your preference, which for everyday is definitely my preference, but it builds up nicely. Now with that third layer, it's more of that frosty metallic finish you're getting off of it for a more dramatic look. And on the other side, let's put a Lightscapade on. Again, not so much for the color, maybe even not for the formulation, because the formulation on the MAC ones too will change depending on the shade and the marbling. See, this one from MAC, I think, melds into and becomes one with the skin more so than the Physicians Formula one. It doesn't build up quite the same way, but I think that's also partly because it's also more finely milled. But there's MAC Skinfinish. Here's Physicians Formula one. Okay, so I've applied the same shade now to both sides, Translucent Glow with very light kind of bronzing blush on top. At the end of the day, I think that these are very nicely formulated. They're gonna be half the price basically of a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. And so if you are liking the shades that you saw, then definitely this is a much more affordable pick than the MAC version, without a real perceptible difference in formulation or quality. Yes, I think maybe the MAC ones are more finely milled in the particles, but once you put it on the skin, I think that you probably can't tell a difference between the two formulations. So unless you already have the MAC ones and are happy with them, then go ahead and check out the ones from Physicians Formula. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you check these out if this sounds like your cup of tea. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.